I remember you was conflicted, was using your influence.
A nigga cold, losing sleep on this, it ain't me. You better.
I wouldn't have lost the battle, dog. I would have lost the bro.
Stop.
I wouldn't have lost the battle, dog.
What do you mean by that?
Ladies and gentlemen, Jermaine must be stopped. And now, before I get into that, make sure you guys like and subscribe. My name is Mfasis. I am a musician who also does this podcast called the Talking to Myself podcast, where I touch on certain topics related to music. But I'm going to get right into it. So, a few days ago, J. Cole, he released a new song. It's called Port Antonio. And on the surface, I think it's a solid song. If you don't dig into what he's actually saying, he has consistently sampled that Dead Presidents song. He's consistently sampled that instrumental. This is another instance where he wanted to do it. He talked, the first verse, it wasn't him saying a whole lot of anything that caught people's attention. It really was the second verse where it started to really cause people to kind of push back against him or defend him, or either way they had opinions about what he said. But on one hand, in the song, he was making several good points. He was basically saying you can't please everybody, so it's not worth trying. And then he also said that a lot of these social media influencers and podcasters and media companies and whatever, they have a tendency to instigate into problems, and then because it's profitable, and then they'll turn around and scream stop the violence, RIP, and stuff like that, which again, that's a very solid point. But the part that really caught my attention was, as the second verse is going on, he's basically trying to drive the point home that the reason that he backed out of the Kendrick and Drake beef was because he realized that things could get out of hand and he didn't want to play a part of it, and things of that nature, which I find that hard to believe. That's the real reason. And the reason I say that is because if that's really the case, why did it take you releasing 7-minute drill before you came to this realization? That's the part that kind of throws me off, because I'm just a regular person, just like many of you listening, and even I could see from a mile away that, hey, this beef between Kendrick and Drake, it could get out of hand really quickly, and it could go to a dark place. You're telling me that you're supposedly affiliates or friends or whatever with these dudes, and you didn't see that coming? I find that hard to believe. I think he half-heartedly put out a diss track that he was scared to put out, and then when it got a bad response, he just, instead of him just owning it, he's taken a very passive-aggressive approach to the situation, in my opinion. Allegedly, I know you all have heard months ago people say that the reason he backed out of it and apologized at the concert was because Schoolboy Q spoke to him and kind of gave him a heads up that it was about to go left. I don't know if I believe that, but even if that is the case, Cole choosing to bring this situation back up, especially in the way he's bringing it back up, if I was in the TDE camp, I would be very annoyed with this, because again, you're trying to have one foot in, one foot out, and that's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. Another thing that he said, one thing that he specifically said in this verse was, I wouldn't have lost the battle, I would have lost the bro, which, that could be taken in more than one ways, obviously. But just, of course, the obvious way is he's saying that, hey, there's bigger things at play than just a rap beef. I would have had a severed relationship with two guys who I'm close to, or allegedly close to, or whatever. But a lot of people, including myself, are looking at that, and we're still looking at that kind of funny. That statement, we're looking at it kind of funny, because even though lyrically J. Cole, I believe, had the potential to really put up a good fight and really put up a better fight than Drake did, the fact of the matter is I don't know why he says so confidently that he would have been able to still win this battle if he wanted to. It almost comes off like whenever you hear from people who they used to be star athletes back when they were in like high school or college, and they talk about how they could have made the league, but this happened or that happened, and yeah, maybe there was a chance that you're right, but at the same time, like, it's not the best look for you to bring it up. Like, it just makes you sound kind of crazy. And it's also hard at this point, after him releasing 7 Minute Drill, it's hard for me to believe that he truly would have had a chance at winning, because in my opinion, he had no conviction. Like, when you listen to 7 Minute Drill, it's not, you know, it's not just a mediocre diss, but it's also a diss where he really didn't sound confident that he wanted to diss Kendrick in the first place, which is part of what makes this whole past couple of months for J. Cole so confusing. It's like, on one hand, he's taking shots on 7 Minute Drill, then a few days later he's backing out of it, and then a few months later he's popping up with this song where he's going out of his way to further explain and justify why he chose not to get involved in the battle. Like, it's very odd, and it gives people, at least in my opinion, it gives people the impression that you clearly haven't really let it go. Now, when the whole Drake and Kendrick beef was playing out, a lot of people were saying, hey, J. Cole made the right decision. He's somewhere on a beach right now, just living his life, and, you know, he doesn't have a care in the world. He's just riding his bike in, you know, down Manhattan or whatever. But clearly, this sort of reaction to me says that it's actually quite the opposite. This beef had a lot. This beef was on his mind all year, and for whatever reason, he doesn't feel secure in his decision to walk away. And so he's kind of, after all the damage is done, he's trying to come back around and say, yeah, you know, I would have won if I wanted to, but, you know, it's tough. You know, there's blood on my hands. My friends fought, and there's all this blood on me, which that's another issue too, is when he says, I wouldn't have lost the battle, I would have lost the bro. I'm not really sure who he's referring to when he means bro, honestly, because according to Glasses Malone, he claims that Kendrick and Cole are not even like friends like that in real life, which kind of explains why we never got that Kendrick and Cole album that was mentioned, that was rumored to be coming out back in like 2011 or whatever year that was. But then it's like, it makes even less sense why he chose to back out of the beef, but then it also makes less sense why he released 7 Minute Drill in the first place, just because of the simple fact that if your logic is, I wouldn't have lost the battle, I would have lost the bro, I don't know if J. Cole recognizes this or not, but you lost the bro regardless. Like, either way, you lost the bro. You might as well have tried to battle just to show what you're capable of, because even though I think that was probably more so, this is more so talking about Drake, even if he's talking about both Drake and Kendrick, according to Glasses Malone, you and Kendrick aren't really friends. As of like a few days ago, Ab-Soul, who's closer to Kendrick than you are, he just released Squeeze First, which comes off like it might be a warning shot. So you already lost them. You already lost that TDE side. There's also allegations from Wayno that the people in Dreamville, they sneak diss Kendrick all the time. So again, you already lost TDE side, so you lost your bro on that side. And then even from the Drake angle, I mean, you lost Drake's side too. You lost Drake's side too, because clearly Drake low-key thought that you were gonna try to help him beat Kendrick, and now he's in his feelings because you backed out of it at the last second. And now he took shots at you on several of the diss songs, saying, hey, Cole losing sleep on this, it ain't me. He's creating burner accounts on Instagram where he's taking jabs at you. So no matter which way you sliced it, you still aren't friends with either one of these guys anymore. So I don't understand. I just don't understand where is J. Cole's head at, honestly. And if this video comes off like I'm all over the place, I apologize, but the reason for that is because it seems like J. Cole is all over the place, which is a shame, of course, because I like J. Cole. I like his music. I like Kendrick's music. I even like Drake's music. So it's a fascinating thing to see this whole beef play out. But it also seems like from Cole's angle, this was everything he has done over the past few months has just been a complete waste of time, and he's trying to really clean it up so he doesn't look as bad, or he doesn't look as cowardly, so he can go back to, you know, writing rhymes about how if he ever was to face an opponent, it would be bad news for them. But now people aren't really gonna believe it. But I don't know, it is what it is. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you like the Port Antonio song? And do you think Absol's new song is a response to J. Cole? Do you think that Kendrick is gonna now do a response to J. Cole? Do you think Drake's gonna have anything to say about it? And do you think that it was necessary for J. Cole to further explain himself as to why he chose to not participate in the beef, or why he chose to back out of it in the first place?
All my life I dream of space, in a place where I feel safe. So I'm on the paper chase, yeah, I'm on the paper chase, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the paper chase. We stress over all the trivial things, it's a mess, but we concealing the rings of the eyelids, cause for material things we're blind. And when the diamonds go bling, they're dancing whenever we sing but can't see the pain that stings the skin deep in the pins. Me the sanities bring to the fans, me think all the dog poems I cover in pink. I don't know, but my rose be canon on ink. I speak for those whose voice will shrink. I sit back while society sinks. Cold war rap like I'm wearing a mink. I glide on beats like a skate rink. The game's circle, my bars are chain link. Not even blockchain could contain me. All my life I dream of space, in a place where I feel safe. So I'm on the paper chase, yeah, I'm on the paper chase, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the paper chase. All my life I dream of space, in a place where I feel safe. So I'm on the paper chase, yeah, I'm on the paper chase, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the paper chase.